put in a box, he shook the box. Then that sound was it could differentiate. So this differentiation also the dog could make. So that is called discrimination. So it could discriminate and the apart from the food, not, which is not a stimuli. Okay. Then further to that, stimuli extension. What he did is, so once he did the bell and started giving food, after that he never used the bell. Without using the bell, he started giving food. Okay, so over a period, the stimulus, the dog could wipe out the memory. Okay, so without food, without bell itself, it started giving food. Then the stimulus got extinction. Okay, extinct from his dog's mind. That also happened. So this is what the finding of Pablo. Yes, ma'am. So this is this is the first experiment did by Pavlo. He was a Russian scientist. So that is the learning, classical conditioning. That is the learning. Then after that, one more professor. I mean, he's a I mean, psychologist, actual psychologist. He is from America. So he is known as a founder of behaviorism. Okay, he is the guy who told that Pavlo, whatever he did only with the animals. Okay, so that is no way we can link with the humans behavior. So that is what he said. Okay, so classical conditioning doesn't go with the human behavior. So that is what he said. So to get that basic human behavior, he said, describing and explaining conscious thought and perceptions. These he was putting it forward, these kind of concepts like conscious thought and perceptions, these were not there in classical conditioning. Okay, so his main point was psychology as the behaviorist view it. Okay, so my earlier thing didn't had this kind of concept, thought and perception and all. So this guy came out with this kind of a view, that is that says that you should see in a conscious thought and perception also matters in behaviors. So that is how he was known as a founder of behaviorism. Okay, so he said all human behavior is a result of conditioning and learning, that is due to past experience and environmental uses. So that is main thing actually. What he said is earlier, for example, I will give a quote like, majority houses, when you come from office, when get into the house, uh, you ask for a tea. Okay, and to your spouse, then you ask for a tea, then say, if doesn't give you, then immediately says, you started shouting. So she'll say, வெளியில இருக்கிற கோவத்தெல்லாம் வீட்டில் காமிக்காதீங்க அப்படின்னு. Okay, so hope everybody would have experienced it. So வெளியில உள்ள கோவத்தை வீட்டில் காமிக்காதீங்க. So what happens is, this is the experience. Okay, so environmental influences you get and you show it to someone else. Okay, so that is what the behaviors comes out. Okay, so that matters. Okay, even the environmental will influence your behavior. That is what it says. Okay, so and past experience also. Okay, so earlier also you would have same way you would have reacted to this kind of behaviors. Okay, so that is what John B. Watson was putting it forward. Okay, so he was the founder of behavior. Okay, so as far John B. Watson is concerned, his negative was, so he didn't consider the talent, okay, personality or intelligence which was inherited. Okay, so personality, you can say as பாத்தீங்கன்னா, they would say as, I would quote the basic examples. Okay, what we day to day we see, those examples I quote. Okay, so அப்பம் மாறிய புள்ளன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. So தாய் போல, I mean, சேலை, something they'll quote. Okay, so like mother like daughter, like father like son, or like mother, though the characteristics that inherit. Okay, so you inherited in your son or your from your father. So those are the personality traits. Okay, so that he ignored, actually. John B. Watson, in his behaviorism, he ignored these kind of things. Okay, so what he said is that talent, personality, or intelligence was inherited. Okay, so was not inherited, he was saying. So it all comes from behaviors, he was saying. So actually, that was the negative of his thing. So
Sulaiman, I want to Sulaiman,
yes, ma'am.
சுலைமான், இந்த இடத்துல வந்து நான் கொஞ்சம் இன்ட்ரூட் பண்ண விரும்புறேன்.
Please, ma'am.
அதாவது வாட்சன் முதல்ல வந்து இத அப்போஸ் பண்ணாரு. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் எடுத்த உடனே அவர் என்ன சொன்னாருனாக்க,
Mm.
இதுல வந்து சம்பந்தமே கிடையாது. அதாவது இது அனிமல்ஸுக்கு உள்ளது. இது மனுஷனுக்கு இது ஒத்து போகாது
Mm.
அப்படின்னு சொன்னாரு. ஆனா
ஆமா.
லேட்டர் ஆன் when he was selected as a president of American Psychological Association, இதே
Mm.
எக்ஸ்பெரிமெண்ட்ட பல தடவை பண்ண ஆரம்பிச்சவரு ஒரு ஸ்டேஜ்ல அவர்
Mm.
என்ன சொன்னாரோ அது எந்த அளவுக்கு எக்ஸ்ட்ரீமுக்கு போனாருன்னா, ஐயா நீ சொன்னது ரொம்ப ரொம்ப கரெக்ட்.
Correct.
உலகத்துல டேலண்ட், பர்சனாலிட்டி, இன்டெலிஜென்ஸ் எதுவுமே இன்ஹெரிட் ஆகல. நீ சொன்னதுதான்
Exclusively
ரைட்டு.
correct. Yes, yes,
அப்படி
yes.
கொண்டு வந்துட்டாரு.
Yes, absolutely.
நீ
ஆமா.
சொன்னதுதான் ரைட்டு கடைசியில. அதாவது யாருக்குமே இந்த இன்ஸ்டிங்க்ட் தான் முதல்ல வந்துரும்.
True.
ஒரு பெல்
ஆமா.
அடிச்சா ஒரு பசி, அதாவது பிள்ளைகளுக்கு பசி நேரத்துல கிளாஸ் டைம்ல அந்த ஒரு பெல் அடிச்ச உடனே அந்த பசி இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் ஜாஸ்தி ஆகுறது மாதிரி அந்த
ஆமா.
இன்ஸ்டிங்க்ட் தான் வாழ்க்கையில முதல் பிஹேவியர்ல ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டச் பண்றது.
Correct.
பின்னாலதான் டேலண்டோ, பர்சனாலிட்டியோ, இன்டெலிஜென்ஸோ வரும் அப்படிங்கிறாரு.
வரும். True, true. ஆமா, ஆமா.
தேங்க்யூ.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Rightly said. Actually, after that, even John B. Watson was agreeing with Pablo, and in fact, Pablo was also saying that the next இதுல பாப்பீங்க operant conditioningல. So Thorndikeன்னு சொல்லி ஒரு he was a psychologist. He was putting it forward some things. So okay, so he was agreeing to that. Earlier itself, they have started this kind of activity with the rat and cat and all. So he was saying that I was not the one who started it. Actually, it was earlier itself they have started it. Okay, so so I will go to the next slide, ma'am. So this is about the classical conditioning. Now we'll see into operant conditioning. Okay, so this is the next kind of a learning. Okay, so there were two. So earlier பாத்தீங்கன்னா ரெண்டு சயின்டிஸ்ட், மெஜாரிட்டி பாவ்லோவோட எக்ஸ்பெரிமெண்ட் தான் மேஜர். ஸோ அதுக்கப்புறம் வந்து இட் வாஸ் அவர் John B. Watson. He was a behaviors founder. As Madam said, he was a president of American Psychologist Association. Okay, so that was a major thing which approves all our psychological whatever syllabus, everything. Everything is still now it's been approved by that psychological association of America. So he was a president, actually. John B. Watson was he was the president of that association. So now we'll get into, likewise, these are two another scientists who worked on similar kind of a conditioning. One is Edward L. Thorndike. He was using cats, chicks and dogs to investigate